How to stop losing clients with the help of Zendesk. What did you think we're doing here? Losing clients is not fun. It's like, does anyone want that? No, obviously not. So it's actually not as hard as you think to lose customers. It's not as easy as you think either. So this is going to be a very small nugget of what you can do in order to keep an eye out on potentially the customers that can go away. And there's usually two core issues why people are upset. And there's obviously a plethora of reasons, but the two main ones, if you go to the heart of them and you fix these, you should be fine. The exceptions that are, the 10%, whatever, you can't predict black swans, or you can't predict the unpredictable, but you can predict these two core ones. So what are they? Number one is when somebody buys from you, they expect, of course, the thing to work, be it a product or be it a service, they expect it to work, right? You promise them, hey, I'm giving you this product and you have to give me this much money, and then you're going to get the thing. And they get the thing, and if it does whatever you say it does, perfect, that's great. Now, if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. They're starting to get upset, but that's not the end of the world. The end of the world is if they write to you and say, hey, the thing isn't working, and if you ignore them, well, that's when it actually starts to spiral. That's where most businesses, they start to kind of tumble, never to come back. And now the second core reason why people get upset, let's say you've acknowledged them and, you are trying to help them, and then you promise them something. You say, hey, you know what, actually, we understand you didn't get it, or it's not working, but we will fix it, okay? So you make a promise, and then you don't keep that promise, and then that's when the spiral actually starts to become a tornado. You're going to have a bad time, and they're going to complain on social media, to the friends, to everybody they meet, to strangers. Hey, did you know how shitty these people are? And rightfully so. You made a promise and you didn't keep it. So let me help you solve the first one, which is don't make them feel ignored. I will make a video on the second topic following through. So if you can see my screen. So I'm talking here about a very basic notion in Zendesk, and if you're an expert in Zendesk, you're probably going to laugh your ass off to the introduction I made. But I'm going to talk about views. As they're called in Zendesk, they're views, and so this is Zendesk lingo, but you can view them as folders. So in these folders, you get files, and so you want to know which folder is and what it does and what actually is in it. So if you can see my screen right now, on the left-hand side, this is where your agents will spend most of their time anyway. So if you're a customer service manager, customer experience manager, director, or business owner, pay attention because this is crucial. So these are my views, and in Zendesk you used to have only 14 available as an admin and 12 as an agent, and then now that number has gone out the window, and it's great. The platform is evolving, and I'm here to make a video on how it evolved. Now you can have multiple, and I will show you how you can create like a gazillion of these, which is great. Okay, so these views and folders you can categorize however you want depending on your business. So in my case, I have these that are crucial. So I have my tickets, the ones that are mine, that I'm dealing with, that I'm working on actively. Then I have unassigned tickets, so everything that comes into the system, so you have to have the unassigned one. I have my urgent ones. This is all tailored to my use case, to what I need. Customer satisfaction, negative customer satisfaction, and unsolved tickets in my groups or in my departments. So these are the ones that are crucial to any business. You don't need anything else. This is everything you need to know about what's going on in your Zendesk and in your business, in the post-sales part of your business. And then I have very tailored and customized one. I have delivery, I have my channels here. Delivery issues, obviously, if you don't sell products or you deliver to people's doors or you sell software, it doesn't apply. Based on channels, I have, emails, I have chats, I have WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and I have web forum as well, and a bunch of others. So I am not going to insist on these because these can be customized as per your liking. So actually, what's the point of this video? I want to create a view for you to anticipate people writing to you and not getting the attention that they want. So let's go to the 4 squares here, and let's go to Admin Center, and we go here to Workspaces, and we go to Agent Tools, we go to Views. So what we want to do is we want to surface tickets for agents to see the tickets that have not gotten any attention within some hours. So what we want to do is draw agents' attention or your attention to tickets that have come into the system and have not gotten any attention from an agent. So let's add a new view. Let's call this one Customer Needs Attention. Description, no description necessary. Who has access? Any agent. I want this for everyone to be available. So now comes the actual interesting part. So the conditions. So tickets must meet all of these conditions. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say status category, which is the status of the ticket. I want to say is less than, and I will explain what this means. So I don't want any absolutes like is or is not. I want less than pending. Less than pending means anything above pending. So new and open. These are tickets that just landed in the system, and open, it means that there's a pending action needed. So let's do less than pending. Now imagine if I put greater than, for example, if I put greater than pending, it's everything below pending. It's going to be on hold, sold, and closed. And then is, obviously is either new or open or pending, but this is an absolute. It will just ignore everything else. So I want to capture multiple ticket statuses. By the way, my name is Dominic. I'm a customer experience enthusiast. I've been one for the past 15 plus years. This is my 12th year of working as a Zendesk consultant. We're Zendesk partners. You can see us on the Zendesk marketplace. You can scan this QR code to go to our page if you want to work together, and onwards with the video. Let's say less than pending, and I have a beautiful condition in here which is called hours since created. So I want this condition here. So hours since created. A ticket has been created. How long has it been since it has been created? So let's say less than, greater than, so calendar hours or business hours. I would recommend that you do business hours if you use schedules in Zendesk. If you don't know what schedules are, it's, you know, creating your, whenever you're in the office from 9 to 5, from 8 to 4, 8 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever it is, you need to put it in there, both that and your holidays and your time away, right? So in this case, I'm going to use calendar hours because I don't use, in this particular case, I don't want to care about, you know, business hours. So it's calendar hours. So I'm going to say calendar hours. It's greater than, let's say 12 hours. So 12 hours. So anything greater than 12 hours, I want this view to show me. Okay, perfect. So now I want to add an additional condition to show me tickets that have had an activity by the customer. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go to hours since requester update. So the requester is the end user, is the customer. So if it's, let's say again, greater than 4 hours, I want this to appear in this view, which I think is going to be very important because it's going to surface tickets that need attention. Obviously, not all of them are going to need attention, but I want to make sure that, you know, my customers get the attention that they want. Now you can obviously bump these numbers up. I'm using very general ones and loose ones actually. So, you know, you can make these much more granular, or I don't know, this one, hours since created greater than 12. Okay, good. And then hours since the requester update 4. You can just slash these in two. You'd be in good shape. So let's see what this shows us. So I can click here preview, and I have a bajillion tickets because this is a test account and we don't really use it to answer tickets. We mostly use it for testing. Use this preview, see what it shows you, and then in here below you can have some formatting. So you can see the ticket status, you can see the satisfaction. I don't want to see the satisfaction because the customers are not going to be satisfied in these cases. These are very new tickets. I don't think that is relevant. Subject line, the requester, the request date, and the assignee. Sure. What I want to show in here, I would like to see the type of request. This is a custom field. Ticket type. I want type of inquiry. Here we go. You can customize this to however you want. And type of inquiry for me is contact reason. Why did they reach out? I can add more columns, but you know, then if you don't have big screens, then it just becomes clogged and you can't really pay attention to it. Now, group by. You can group these however you want. I'm just going to leave them as they are, and you can order them by, again, whatever you think is relevant in your case. So let me just save this up, and you can see I'm scrolling down and it's here at the bottom, and I'm just going to do a reorder page, and I'm just going to take this with drag and drop. I have this damn thing here. Here we go. I have this widget there. Let me just put it at the top. save this. All right, so now I'm going to go back here into my support. I'm going to refresh like a good admin, and here we go. It's at the top. It has bajillion tickets. Don't do it like me, just be more proactive. And now what I want to do is I want to show you how you can group these views together. It's amazing how efficient this is and how much information you can actually follow this way as a manager, as a customer service director, as a customer experience person, whatever. So let's go back to the views, and now let's go back to our view. So what we do is, I don't know if you're a Zendesk buff, but what you do, I'm going to call this customer. I'm going to put customer. That's my category that I want to now call. And I put double colon, and this will create automatically a category for me. I'm just going to save it and show it to you because, you know, seeing is believing. And there we go. So I have created this customer. As you can see, this drop down, well, it's not a drop down, but yeah, as you can see, a folder, and within it I add these this view. I can add as many as I want, and it's going to be so much fun to see this expand and see more, see less of it. Some conclusions. Now, I obviously just scratched the surface of the iceberg of you know, keeping people at bay, and well, not keeping them at bay, but keeping them satisfied. So you want to make sure that you give people attention. Everybody wants attention, and you know, you don't have to give them attention just for the sake of giving them the attention, but give them attention in the sense that you want to help them. So if it's easier for you to surface this information and show it to your agents, so the agents can take action based on some criteria, like for example SLAs, which is the subject of another video, and you can group tickets based on priority or the time they came into the system, and you know, you can reply to customers, and you know, they are going to be a little bit more at ease with you, your product, and your service offering. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.